evening everyone and welcome back to my channel. Taas ng energy. And of course, I'd like to greet everyone a really happy Tuesday. And our topic for tonight is all about Thinking Tuesdays. So I will be waiting for you guys to pick up the notification and then I'll be starting this conversation. Our topic for tonight is, are you sensitive? Okay, I will try my best to find out if I'm live because my internet is really so bad. Again, for the end time already. I'm not sure if I'm live, so I'll check my own page. Oh, there. Okay, so I'm live. Hi everyone, good evening. Please don't forget to drop by, say hi and hello, or you can also post where you're watching from, or if you want to share your ano ba? Or if you want to share your comments and experiences about the topic for tonight, please feel free to do so. I'll be really happy to have you and your topic. Nakaka-distract talaga yung oh yeah na yan. Anyway, okay, hello Sir Joseph. Thank you so much for tuning in, and to the rest of our live audience, thank you so much for tuning in. And also, I'd like to greet those who are watching via replay. Thank you so much. We can also see who's watching via replay because it shows actually on the analytics. So thank you so much. I'm really grateful and happy that you can you are also supporting even though we're already offline. So thank you for that. Anyway, our topic for tonight is, are you sensitive? And this is inspired by people asking me how to actually improve themselves because they're overly sensitive. And I'm like, well, okay, let's discuss about being sensitive and if it can really help you or it can damage relationships. But before that, I'd like to introduce myself to those who are watching for the first time. I'm Irene. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the Philippines, a motivational speaker and a writer. And yes, let's start this conversation. Also, by the way, some comments do not appear on my screen. So just in case I did not call your name or your comment, please type it again so that baka tumaas yung chances na makita ko siya. Kasi sometimes there are so many live comments but I'm not seeing them on my screen. So just more chances of winning pagka kayo. Pag nag-type kayo, para makita ko. Okay, anyway, so let's start by defining what it means by sensitive. Feeling ko nag-e-echo yung boses ko, no? Pero wala po ako sa CR, ha? Yung nag-e-echo yung boses ko. Okay, so the definition of sensitive is easily hurt or damaged and delicately aware of the attitudes and feelings of others. So that's from the dictionary. So that's the definition of sensitive. So paano nga ba ang sensitive? Paano nga ba natin nalalaman na sensitive? Well, in our culture, meron tayong tinatawag na balat sibuyas. Kasi di ba pag yung balat ng sibuyas, kapag nahawakan mo siya or kapag mali yung pagkakahawak mo sa sibuyas, mabilis siyang ma-bruise, mabilis siyang ano ba tawag doon? Magkapasa? Hindi ko alam ito nag-iisip na naman ako, hindi ko alam sa Tagalog or sa English, kahit sa dialect ko, hindi ko alam yung tawag doon. So, mabilis siyang magka-bruise yung sibuyas. Now, that's why we call it, ano ka ba naman? Napakabalat sibuyas mo. So, it's a common thing that we hear. I'm not sure if the younger generations still hear that, pero nung kapanahunan ko, madalas ko yung narinig during conversations, mga balat sibuyas. So, that's what we mean by sensitive. Okay, so ano nga ba yung mga disadvantages of being sensitive? Sino po ba, kaway-kaway dyan yung mga sensitive? Kasi ako madalas akong tinatawag na insensitive. Wala na akong pakiramdam, hindi ko alam kung bakit. Okay, so anyway, so the cons of being sensitive or the disadvantages of being sensitive, the first one is you're easily offended. So kaway-kaway sa mga mabilis ma-offend. Okay, you're easily offended if you're sensitive. The second one is, again, this is disadvantages to you take everything that's been said to heart. So, ibig sabihin, parang lahat dinadamdam mo. Kasi ka-sensitive ka, diba? So, Sir Joseph, tawag-tawa ako. Grabe, mga 2 buwan kong tsatsagain yung tagline mo. Grabe. Grabe talaga. Okay. So, you take everything by heart. You take everything to heart. So, ibig sabihin, lahat dinadamdam. Okay? Next, another disadvantage is, minsan kahit mga jokes, kinakareer. Parang na-offend. Kasi kahit mga jokes, although alam ko naman, jokes are half meant. Diba, mga jokes naman talaga are half meant. Let me type that pala. Okay, kasi parang magandang podcast episode yung jokes na yan. Okay, so, may mga jokes na talagang joke lang sila, pero meron pa rin mga taong na-offend. So, diba, depende nga kasi yan sa iyo kung kung sensitive ka. So, may mga taong mabilis ma-offend. Okay? Another thing naman about being sensitive, another disadvantage of being sensitive is being easily influenced or persuaded by emotions. Kasi nga sensitive ka. So, you're using your emotions instead of logic. And so, mabilis ka ma-influence. I mean, it's not a major disadvantage, but it's still a disadvantage kasi mabilis kang masway sa mga decisions mo. Hello, Sir Pasqua. Good evening po. Thank you so much, kaway-kaway. Nakita ko yung ganun. So, I would assume kaway yan. Or high five. Ayan. Next is, kapag sensitive, the constant fear of rejection. I believe I've already talked about rejection in a previous podcast episode. But the fear of rejection is also very common to those who are sensitive. Okay? Kasi nga, pag sensitive, parang feeling mo that rejection is about you, ayaw sa'yo ng tao, kaya nire-reject yung idea mo. May mga ganun, diba? In the workplace, especially, siguro, hindi ako pinapakinggan ng boss ko kasi yung mga teammates ko yung favorite niya. May mga ganon. And it's not healthy, it's not healthy to be thinking like that because meaning you are not comfortable with your own capabilities or with your own competencies or you're not secure with your competencies. Okay? Waving. Hello, Sir Vasco. Thank you. Thank you for the wave. Okay, next is you're having a hard time letting negative emotions go. Another disadvantage of being sensitive. Okay, hard time mag-let go. Hindi ko alam kung paano ko sasabihin na hindi ako humuhugot. Kasi totoo naman mahirap mag-let go sa mga bagay-bagay. Yan na naman yung mga nanonood dyan. May message yun naman ako mamaya. Hindi to hugot. Okay, so, di ba, kapag magle-let go ka ng kahit na anong bagay, it's kind of hard, especially if you're attached to it. But sometimes, yung mga hindi natin nile-let go, kasi the more you hold on to it, the more ka nasasaktan. So, you have to let it go. Kaya lang, dahil nga sensitive ka, parang yung iba, parang feel nilang damdamin yung mga negative emotions nila. But, there are different ways to cope up. But if you're holding on to something for quite a while now, the possibility of you being hurt is higher than, just letting go. The pain of holding on versus the pain of letting go, mas mataas yung pain ng holding on. Okay? Next is, you often worry about what other people think. Okay, kapag sensitive kang tao, disadvantage to. Kasi maraming oras or maraming gabi na hindi ka makakatulog, kakaisip ng mga iniisip sa'yo ng ibang tao. And you know what? Let me tell you this very straightforwardly and don't feel bad about it. The chances of somebody else thinking about you in their random moments is like 1 to 1,000. So, 1% lang ang possibility na baka naisip ka nung taong iniisip mo na iniisip ka. Okay? Totoo din yon sa mga love life. Kaya bakit hindi ka crush ng crush mo? Ayun yon. Hindi naman kasi para isipin ka lagi ng mga tao. Unless siguro kamag-anak mo, boyfriend mo, girlfriend mo. Pero sa totoo lang, yung kapag ka sensitive ka, lagi mo iniisip kung iniisip ka ng ibang tao. But it's not, I will bet, hindi 100% of the time iisipin ka ng ibang tao na iniisip ka. Okay. Another disadvantage of being sensitive is my tendency mag-overreact. The tendency to overreact. And ano ba yung overreact? Yung yung medyo OA ka. Hindi lang medyo. OA ka. Diba? Akala mo may nasusunog. Akala mo life and death lagi yung scenario. Ganon. Sabi nga nila, wala daw award ang pagiging best actress. So, wag nating karirin ang walang award ang pagiging exaggerated. So, wag tayong masyadong OA sa mga bagay-bagay. But again, that's a con of being sensitive. That's disadvantage of being sensitive. Kapag sensitive ka masyado sa paligid mo, then may tendency ka mag-overreact. Okay, another disadvantage is, syempre, crying often or mabilis kang masaktan, ganyan. You are also perceived as weak. Okay? Kasi pag sensitive ka, parang yung mga tao iniisip, well, karamihan, they will have this notion that you are considered as a weak person. Because remember, if you are strong, you will not be easily bothered by those around you. And when you are bothered, then the tendency is iniisip ng mga tao na weak ka. And also, this is the worst part of being sensitive is you are emotionally exhausted. Napapagod ka emotionally. Kasi nga lagi kang nasasaktan sa paligid mo kahit hindi naman dapat masaktan. Okay? So, dun tayo sa pros of being sensitive kasi hindi lang naman puro disadvantage. Ano naman ngayon ang ang advantage ng pagiging sensitive? Una is you're good at taking care of your own needs and others. Okay? So, dahil nga sensitive ka, mabilis mong makita kung merong bang may sakit sa team mo or sa pamilya mo, sa mga katrabaho mo. Nakikita mo kagad kung meron silang pinagdadaanan, diba? So, mas madali kang mag-take care of other people because you're sensitive. Next is, most sensitive people are selfless. Kasi nga sensitive sila, so mabilis nilang makita sa ibang tao. So, most of the sensitive people are actually selfless. Hindi nila masyadong iniisip yung sarili nila. Iniisip nila yung ibang tao. Yon. Ito, overthinking. Oh, yeah. Hi, Mark! Hello. Thank you so much for constantly tuning in. Okay. Another pro of being sensitive is you notice what other people miss. Okay? So, mas napapansin mo yung mga hindi napapansin ng mga normal human beings kasi nga sensitive ka. Also, you think more deeply. Mas malalim mag-isip ang mga sensitive na tao kasi nga they're basing on their on their observations and on their feelings. So ang nangyayari, mas malalim sila din mag-isip. Okay. Ma'am, ito pa, narinig ko lang po. Tinatanga lang siya ng partner niya pero sa ibang tao, magaling naman daw siya. Hindi ko alam kung tama ba yung nabasa ko. Magaling naman daw siya madiskarte, ganon. Ano papaniwalaan niya? Partner niya or yung ibang tao? Oh, very good question. Sino ang papaniwalaan? Well, ang papaniwalaan ko, ako kasi I always believe my partner. That's rule number 1 for me. I always believe the one I love. Yan ang rule number 1 ko sa buhay ko. So, kahit na anong sabihin ng mga tao sa paligid ko, maniniwala ako dun sa mga taong mahal ko. Okay, I don't even need their explanations. Ay, baka may mag-comment yun, kaya ka lagi nasasaktan. Hindi, diba? Kasi, if you're not trusting the people that you love, ikaw din ang kawawa. So, talagang, I trust people until such time that they break it or they prove na hindi sila karapat-dapat paniwalaan. Okay. Hello, Sir Noel! Andyan ka, hi! Magandang gabi sa'yo. Hello Sir Ariel. Thank you po. May speaking engagement pa po kasi ako after nito. Kaya ganito kayo ng itsura ko eh. Makapag-makeup ng di oras. Manhid na ako sa sakit ng dulot ng iyong pagbabaliw. Ano? Pagbabaliwala. Charot. Hugot. Oh, yeah. Nakakaloka. Being sensitive to the needs of others and on the feelings of others is a good trait. You have a big and caring heart. Yes, that's true. Hello, Ma'am Nita. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ayan, that's another pro of being sensitive. You're sensitive towards the needs of others. Siyempre, pag sensitive ka towards the needs of others, mas nabibigyan mo sila ng pagmamahal. Sir Noel, ano tong no comment? May nasabi ba ako? At tungkol ba ito sa pagmamahal? No comment. Okay, next is, sensitive people are also highly empathetic, compassionate, and considerate. Okay, I know so many sensitive people. I'm not one of them. Pero I know so many sensitive people and mas effective sila sa, sa dealing with other people. Yun yung dapat kong sasabihin. Ang hirap mag-Tagalog. Okay, so, they're more effective in dealing with other people because they're sensitive. They're mindful of what others need and what others don't need at the right period of time. Alam mo yun? Kaya magandang advantage yun. Or it's an advantage of being sensitive is really being mindful of the people around you. Also, sensitive people are natural nurturers. So, talagang maalaga by nature yung mga sensitive na tao. So, sa mga single dyan, hello, kaway-kaway. Ang daming single sa audience ko, I'm pretty sure. Yung iba dyan nagko-comment pa. Oh, alam nyo na ha, sensitive dapat yung... Wag lang overly sensitive, no? Pero dapat sensitive to your needs. So, sa mga single dyan, hi. Maghanap kayo ng mga sensitive. O yan, para mas maalagaan kayo because sensitive people are natural nurturers. They also have high appreciation. They also have high appreciation for small things. Maliit masyado yung screen ko. They also have high appreciation for small things. So kahit na maliit lang yung effort mo na binigay mo, yung mga sensitive na mga tao, na-appreciate kagad nila yon. Kasi alam nila na nag-effort ka. Yan. And they're good at making and sustaining close relationships. So, that's what I mentioned earlier. Kasi nga, pag sensitive, mindful ka kung ano yung mga pinagdadaanan ng mga kasama mo. So, mas na-value nila yung mga relationships nila. Kasi, alam mo kung kailan ka dapat hindi magsalita, alam mo kung kailan ka dapat makinig, alam mo kung kailan ka dapat magsabi ng mga words na, alam mo yun, you have the right... You say the right word at the right time when you are a sensitive person. So there. So those are the pros of being sensitive. So ano ba ang dapat? For me naman, because I've always been labeled as insensitive and I don't understand why. Maybe because I don't really care so much. I look like I don't care so much. Pero here's my take about being sensitive. You can be sensitive to a certain extent. Wag yung masyadong sensitive, pero yung sensitive to a certain extent na hindi ka dapat magsabi ng mga ganitong words during ganitong time, lalong-lalo na kung may malungkot, syempre hindi ka dapat yung parang dapat mag-practice ka lagi ng empathy. So you should be sensitive to people's needs. That's a very good characteristic to have. Hindi ka dapat mag-joke ng makaka-offend, hindi ka rin dapat magpaka-serious kapag alam mo yung mga tao nasa funny mood, yon. So, sensitive to a certain extent. Wag naman insensitive, pero wag naman super sensitive or oversensitive. Yan. So, tamang balance lang. Para alam din natin kung kasi ang isa sa mga advantage ng being sensitive is knowing what other people feel. Kasi nga, sensitive ka eh. So, alam mo na pagka medyo sumimangot ng slight, medyo hindi siya sang-ayon sa'yo or maybe may nararamdaman siyang kakaiba towards that particular conversation, which is good. So, wag naman tayong maging insensitive. Hindi rin magandang characteristic yon. Especially for leaders, di ba? Yung mga leaders na sa companies nila. So, ayan, dapat medyo sensitive tayo din sa mga kasama natin. Kasi, the easiest way to capture people's heart is to know what they need and what they don't need. Yun. Ano to? Ay, bakit nawawala yung mga comments nyo? Ay, hello Ma'am Jen! Thank you po for tuning in. Stay safe din po. Sensitive, matutong makiramdam. Ganyan sa training para di ka That's true. Matutong makiramdam. Yung pala yung tamang words. Thank you, Ma'am Jen. Thank you. From Sir Pasqua, sometimes being sensitive daw or manipulative. Totoo ba, Ma'am? Nabasa ko lang sa Manila Bulletin. I have no comment on this. I have no comment. Okay, being sensitive, I don't know, paano na-correlate yun? Siguro pwede, no? Pwedeng pag sensitive ka, kaya mong maging manipulative. Kasi nga, pag sensitive ka, you know the soft spots of people. And when you know people's soft spots, you can manipulate them. So, yun. Yun siguro yung correlation nitong sensitive and manipulative. I'll think about that more. So, mamayang gabi, hindi ako makakatulog. Iisipin ko yung sagot dyan. Thank you, Sir Pasca, for tuning in and for sharing your thoughts on that. Okay. So, is being sensitive good for you? It's really up to you. Depende sa circumstances, depende sa oras, depende sa panahon, at depende sa kausap mo. So, it's really up to you when you can practice your sensitivity. Pero, again, have or find the right balance because it's important. It's always important to have balance. Hindi po pwedeng nasa extreme end of the spectrum ka. Dapat there's always a balance in whatever you do. And that includes sensitivity. Okay. So there. Parang sa pagkain, di ba? Pag sensitive ka sa pagkain, pwede ka naman kumain, pero hindi ka pwedeng mag-overeat. Ayun. Siguro ganun. Yung iba nga sa sobrang pagka-sensitive, di ba? Sinusuka nila yung food nila. Okay, so parang ganun din. Kapag sobrang sensitive ka, may mataas ng disadvantages kaysa advantages. Alright, thank you everyone for joining our conversation for tonight. Again, to those who are watching for the first time, we have a podcast episode every 8 p.m. from Mondays to Saturdays. So you can definitely log in anytime. Basta log in anytime from 8 p.m. to 8:45. Madalas gano'n naman yung schedule. So, para naman mabawasan yung yung mga anxiety natin, kakapanood ng news, pwedeng kayong manood ng podcast episode. And if you also have any suggested topics or mga topics, ganyan, sa mga themes natin, kasi we have themes naman every night, you can definitely send me a message through my Facebook page, or you can also send me a message sa WhatsApp or sa email. And again, thank you everyone, especially to the live audience. Thank you so much for having me on your ears tonight. Alam ko, marami na sa inyo yung madalas nanonood ng podcast episode. So, thank you so much. I'm really, really grateful. Thank you po talaga. I'm happy that, somehow this podcast episode is serving its purpose. Marami daw ang nag-good vibe. So, thank you so much. Abs, you're there. Hi! Alam mo, sabi, miss ka na po ng pikpaduha ka tayo. Nako, Abs, alam mo na yan. May email ako sa'yo. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I know it's 4 p.m. pa lang there. Pero thank you for tuning in. Hello, De. Thank you so much. Watching from somewhere else din. Ayun, thank you everyone. It's been a pleasure. Once again, this is Irene and thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless you all. See you again tomorrow night. Bye!